Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGod. In today's video we're going to focus on the evolution of shotguns in Call of Duty. So the 4 different games we'll be tackling today are Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. Going in and playing Black Ops, it felt way different actually playing the game because obviously the mechanics are a little bit slower. So besides the movement being a downside of using shotguns, the other downsides were that they had very restrictive ammo capacity and fairly slow reload times. With that all being said, the shotguns were in the primary weapon category, so they're not in the secondary category like they are in Black Ops 4, but we'll go ahead and get to that. But one of the benefits of shotguns in Call of Duty Black Ops was that they gave you a one-shot kill potential at very close ranges, and all shotguns had a one-shot kill potential. The first shotgun we'll go ahead and look at from Black Ops is the Olympia, and right here you can see it is the primary category. Go ahead and select shotguns, and then it is right here at the top, Olympia. So when it comes to breaking down this weapon, I would say that overall, just putting it bluntly, the weapon kind of sucked. It wasn't a very good shotgun. It only allowed you to fire 2 shots. And then if they were pretty much out of that one-shot kill range, you were kind of screwed because odds are you were going to die. Especially if there was more than one, you're in a bad position. The reload times are just way too slow, and you got to reload them one at a time. You can see right here, I'm running through, trying to shoot the guy here. That's not even a one-shot kill. So even at that range, you will not kill them. So overall, I would rank this as the worst among the 4 shotguns in Black Ops. So the next shotgun we'll go ahead and take a look at is Stakeout. It did allow you to run a grip. It was a pump action shotgun. So let's go ahead and look at some of the gameplay on this weapon. And for this gameplay in the background, I specifically chose firing range so we can kind of see how that looks. Obviously, a lot of us are playing that now in Black Ops 4, but you'll be able to see kind of how this looks. The one-shot kill on this one, pretty strong. Basically, if you hit them, it's going to be a one-shot kill. And the range on it is pretty decent. You're able to line up the shot, take people out. It doesn't feel like a very weak shotgun by any means. The only issue with this one is, again, what I mentioned in the beginning, which was a combination of that slow reload time and limited ammo capacity. So there's no surprise there. But for the next shotgun, we'll go ahead and take a look at the Spaz 12 on the map Jungle. And when it comes to the Spaz 12, this one actually has the largest ammo capacity with 6. You can see right here, I come around, able to take these guys out. Pretty effective as far as the fire rate goes. The range is pretty decent, and you're able to navigate around the map, close these distances, and you can actually spam the trigger just a little bit. Especially in some of the instances, it is a 2-shot kill. But I think when it comes to any shotgun, if it's a 2-shot kill, just assume that the second shot is required. So a lot of times if you just spam it, you'll be able to get that easy kill. I am running a suppressor on it because that is the only attachment. Like the previous shotgun, it had a grip. This one has a suppressor. So the next shotgun we'll go ahead and talk about is the HS-10, which right here is a semi-auto, so you can spam the trigger. Only downside again is that ammo capacity. You're only going to have 4 shots, and the attachment for this one is actually dual wield. So obviously right here we got some Summit gameplay. Right here is without that dual wield attachment, and then we'll go ahead and transition to that dual wield. And the biggest issue with this attachment is the inconsistency. Because you're not able to aim down sight, you become way less accurate. And you have to rely on that hip fire spread. First kill easy, second one a little bit harder. When I take this guy out, pretty straightforward. So let me know down in the comment section below which of these was your favorite shotgun from Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Personally, I think it's the Spaz 12, just because that consistency with the 6 bullets, rate of fire, everything synergizes. That's probably the best one in my opinion. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Let's go ahead and transition into Black Ops 2. So when it came to Black Ops 2, there was actually 4 shotguns for you to choose from, and I'm going to go through each of those. First one we'll go ahead and look at is the pump action shotgun called the R870. So when I was going back to play Black Ops 2, I actually had a lot of fun with this shotgun. You can see the one-shot kill potential is pretty solid. Not always on point, obviously, but the cool thing is the reload time doesn't take nearly as long as it did in Black Ops 1, and you're able to hold 11 shells compared to the 6, 4, and 2 that we had from Black Ops 1. So a significant upgrade in my opinion. And in case you guys can't already tell, these are bots in the background just to kind of show off a little bit of the weapon, nothing special. And one thing I did want to point out when it comes to bots, the bots have gotten progressively dumber. And I say that with confidence, having tested a bunch of different spawn mechanics in Black Ops 4 as well as World War II. The next shotgun we'll go ahead and take a look at is the S12, which is a semi-automatic shotgun. When playing with this particular shotgun, it felt a lot like that HS12, but you had way more ammo capacity. If you'll recall, that weapon only had 4 shots, whereas this one has 14. And this one is definitely one of those shotguns where you just spam the heck out of it because you don't know if you're going to get a one-shot kill like you did there. a 2-shot, and even sometimes a 3-shot kill. So you just gotta kind of play it out, see how it goes. But overall, this is definitely one of those spammy type shotguns. The next shotgun we'll go ahead and take a look at is the KSG, and this one's a pump action slug shotgun, which means basically you're not going to get that bullet spread, so you do have to aim down sight and you have to be a lot more accurate. But the benefit in this is you'll be able to take people at significantly longer ranges. So out of all the shotguns we've seen so far, this one definitely has a different approach when it comes to dealing damage. And it's that difference, in addition to the fact that this weapon can hold 20 rounds, that this is probably one of the best shotguns we've seen so far. So overall, this shotgun was a lot of fun. We'll go ahead and jump into the next shotgun, which is the M1216. And this particular shotgun was just a little different. It was a fully automatic shotgun with a rechamber every 4 rounds. So as you watch the gameplay, it's definitely one of those spammy weapons where you kind of just pull the trigger. It has a large ammo capacity at 20 rounds. And you can see that it's not very deadly, but you are able to spam it quick enough. We're able to take the person down. And every 4 rounds, you will definitely notice that fire delay. So when using this weapon, it's very important to know how much ammo you have available. And that one's going to go ahead and wrap up our shotguns from Black Ops 2. Let me know in the comments down below which is your favorite. Personally, if you guys have been watching the video, you already know my favorite is the KSG. So let's go ahead and jump into Black Ops 3. And as you can see with Black Ops 3, there were actually 6 shotguns to choose from. 4 that came standard with the game, and then 2 that were DLC from that horrible supply drop system. So the first shotgun we'll go ahead and talk about is the KRM 262, and you'll see with this one, it actually does considerable damage. The range on it's pretty decent. You got a solid 1-shot kill potential, and then it does drop to a 2-shot kill at a little bit longer ranges. And when it comes to the ammo capacity, it's very in line what we saw in Black Ops 2, so not a huge deviation. But you'll see as we go into a lot of the other shotguns, they can actually be used as a primary weapon. And the next shotgun we'll go ahead and talk about probably has the most split opinion on it, and that is the Brecci. People either love it or they hate it. There's usually not a middle ground. Personally, I can see both sides of it. It's definitely annoying to die by, but it is very easy to get those kills. You can just have a lot of fun just running around spamming the shotgun. When you reload, it reloads super fast, and you have a large ammo capacity at 17 rounds with that extended mags. Although we've covered other shotguns which I think are slightly better than this one, I think overall as a whole, this one is probably the best shotgun so far, just because it's so easy to use. One other problem that the Brecci suffers from is it's one of those weapons that people are able to use mods on. And if you're not familiar with mods are, there is such a thing called a jitter mod, which allows you to spam the trigger faster than humanly possible to glitch the game. And it's because of that I think the weapon got so much hate. So with that, we'll go ahead and transition to the next shotgun from Black Ops 3, which is the Haymaker. When it comes to describing the Haymaker, it seems like it's just a lesser version of the Brecci with a little bit more ammo capacity. And overall, even though this weapon is just a slightly weaker version of the Brecci, I personally don't like it for another reason, and that's because of the iron sights. I wish they were a little bit more open, but obviously the design is the design. The next shotgun we'll go ahead and take a look at is the Argus, and this one reminded me a lot of that KSG that we saw in Black Ops 2. Although this is the first lever action that we've been introduced to, the damage profile is what reminds me of that KSG, because you can actually one-shot people at some pretty insane distances. So overall, the 4 different shotguns that we saw with the launch of BO3 have been serviceable and could be used as a primary weapon. So now I'm going to go ahead and transition to those 2 DLC shotguns that were added later on in BO3's life cycle. Unfortunately, I didn't have these 2 DLC weapons, so I had to reach out to one of my YouTuber buddies by the name of Qewzee. I'm going to leave a link down to his channel in the description. If you want to go ahead and check them out, let him know JGod sent you. So the first DLC shotgun we'll go ahead and take a look at is the Banshee, and this shotgun is unlike any other shotgun that we've seen so far. And what makes the Banshee so different is it actually shoots out a projectile, so you got to account for travel time. You see right here, this was actually the first time I've ever used this weapon. So when I was firing the weapon, you could see that I wasn't really used to it, but I kind of get the hang of it where you got to lead that shot. But at the end of the day, I think this is just one of those shotguns that's a ton of fun, but has an incredibly high skill gap if you're actually looking to go on a long streak. So with that, we'll go ahead and transition to the next DLC shotgun, which is the Olympia. Or personally what I would call the Olympia 2.0. We already saw this weapon in Black Ops 1. They decided to bring it back for Black Ops 3 as a DLC shotgun. But the thing that makes this one so much better than the Black Ops version is the advanced movement and the ability to put on multiple attachments. So even though this one's very limited by that 2-shot ammo capacity, it's still able to compete because you can outplay with the movement and reload significantly faster. So overall, it's just a fun shotgun that pays respects to the original Black Ops version. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up our Black Ops 3 shotguns. Let me know which of these was your favorite down in the comments below. And then also if you had access to both of these DLC shotguns. So at this point, we'll go ahead and transition to Black Ops 4, where all the shotguns went from primaries to secondaries. The first of the two shotguns we'll go ahead and talk about is the MOG 12. And the interesting thing about Black Ops 4 is that they introduced a brand new type of attachment called the Operator mod, which works kind of like a super attachment. If you go ahead and use this shotgun without any attachments, it's complete garbage. You're going to get hit markers for days and you'll probably go ultra negative. But once you start getting all the different attachments and you start experimenting, you can get a lot more one-shot, one kills. And if you want to have a little bit of extra fun, you can throw on that Dragon's Breath Operator mod, and that'll make it so that your enemies bleed and they'll die if they do not heal. So although this weapon can be used as a primary weapon, even though it's in the secondary slot, I wouldn't recommend it because for the most part, if you go against really good players, they're just going to outgun you, outposition you, and you're more than likely going to lose most of these gunfights. So with that, we'll go ahead and transition into the second shotgun that's available in Black Ops 4, which is the SG-12. And like the previous shotgun that we just looked at, this one has an even more annoying operator mod. And the SG-12's operator mod is called the strobe light. And basically you flash a strobe light into your opponent's eyes, making you a harder target to hit and removing their aim assist. This shotgun definitely falls into the category of shotguns that you'd consider spam type shotguns, where you literally just spam the trigger till your enemy is dead, usually taking 2 to 3 shots to kill. I can definitely see why this weapon is rated as a secondary weapon. It's not very strong, it's not very competitive, unless it's in the right hands, but even then it's just more to be annoying than anything. So the SG-12 is going to go ahead and be that last shotgun that we talk about today. We went ahead and covered 16 different shotguns from multiple Call of Duties, basically giving you the evolution of shotguns in Call of Duty from the original Black Ops all the way to Black Ops 4. So at this point, I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. What is your favorite shotgun from the Black Ops series? By leaving that comment, you're definitely going to help out the video, but also if you liked or disliked the video in any way, go ahead and make sure you leave that rating, because that helps the video regardless of how you answer. And if you're brand new to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve a Call of Duty. If any of that seems interesting to you, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. See you guys on the next one. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.